The Algarve, Portugal's southernmost region, has long been known for its stunning coastline, beautiful beaches, charming villages, and warm Mediterranean climate. As we step into 2024, the Algarve real estate market continues to attract international buyers, particularly from the UK, Germany, France, and increasingly other parts of Europe and the world. In this video, we'll explore the current state of the Algarve real estate market, predictions for 2025, key factors to consider when purchasing property, and mortgage availability for both non-Portuguese and EU citizens. In 2024, the Algarve real estate market is experiencing moderate growth, driven by continued demand for vacation homes, second properties, and permanent relocations. The region's appeal as a tourist hotspot, along with an influx of digital nomads and retirees seeking a quieter lifestyle, is keeping property values stable with a slight upward trend. Foreign investment. The Algarve remains one of Portugal's most popular areas for foreign investment, particularly from northern European countries. This is largely due to its favorable climate, beautiful landscapes, and high quality of life. Demand for vacation properties. The demand for vacation homes and short-term rental properties remains strong. With tourism steadily rebounding post-pandemic, many investors are looking for properties that can generate income through holiday lets. Remote working trend. Digital nomads and remote workers continue to move to the Algarve, seeking a blend of relaxed living and access to high-speed internet. The Algarve offers the ideal combination of lifestyle and work-friendly amenities. Rising prices in key areas. Coastal towns like Albufeira, Lagos, Portimao, and Vilamoura are experiencing price increases due to the limited supply of property in prime locations. However, the prices are still lower than other European coastal regions, which makes the Algarve an attractive option. Sustainability and eco-friendly homes. With increasing environmental awareness, there is a growing demand for eco-friendly homes. Developers are focusing on energy-efficient properties, integrating solar panels, better insulation, and environmentally conscious designs. Beachfront villas. High-end luxury villas along the coastline remain some of the most sought-after properties in the Algarve, especially in places like Vale do Lobo, Quinta do Lago, and Alvor. Apartments and condos. Investors seeking rental income are keen on 1 to 2 bedroom apartments in cities like Faro and Albufeira, which are ideal for short-term rentals. Rural properties and farms. Rural properties in towns like Monchique and Tavira are becoming increasingly popular for buyers who want more space, peace, and access to nature. These properties are often seen as long-term investments, offering potential for agricultural activities or ecotourism. Looking ahead, the Algarve real estate market in 2025 is expected to see a few notable trends based on current economic, social, and technological factors. Firstly, continued price growth. While property prices in the Algarve have been on the rise for the past few years, the market is expected to continue its gradual upward trajectory in 2025, albeit at a more moderate pace than in the last few years. The continued influx of foreign buyers, particularly those from wealthier nations, combined with a limited supply of coastal properties, will keep demand high. Predicted growth areas include Lagos, Albufeira, and Portimao, which will likely see steady growth, especially in luxury real estate and prime beachfront properties. The demand for rural properties may also increase, driven by a growing desire for sustainable, off-the-grid living, especially in places like Monchique and the Alcutum area. Next, the emergence of green housing. With the global push for sustainability, there is expected to be a sharp rise in eco-conscious developments and green housing projects. Buyers will likely prioritize homes with energy-efficient systems, solar panels, electric vehicle charging stations, and sustainable construction materials. Properties that meet these criteria could command a premium price. Then, digital nomads and remote workers. The trend of digital nomads relocating to the Algarve is expected to persist into 2025. As more people adopt remote work, demand for co-living spaces and properties with dedicated office spaces will rise. Towns with high-speed internet connectivity and infrastructure will see the most benefit from this trend. Lastly, urbanization of smaller towns. As the Algarve's property market becomes more competitive in popular tourist towns, smaller, less developed towns are beginning to see increased interest. Areas like Tavira, Castella Velha, and Olhau may experience urban development with modern amenities, resulting in price increases for properties that were previously considered more affordable. Whether you're buying a property to live in or as an investment, there are several key factors to consider when making your purchase in the Algarve. First, location. Coastal properties, particularly in Albufeira, Lagos and Quinta do Lago, are in high demand but come with higher price tags. Consider your budget, long-term goals, and whether proximity to beaches or rural tranquility is more important. If you're buying for investment purposes, prioritize properties in areas popular with tourists. Locations near transport hubs, beaches and restaurants are often ideal for short-term rentals. Next, property condition and age. Older properties may require extensive renovation, especially in rural areas or historic towns. While they can offer value, be sure to factor in the cost of repairs and upgrades. Newer homes or newly developed properties may come with modern amenities and eco-friendly features, but these might be priced higher. Then, rental potential. If you're purchasing property for rental income, check if the property is in a tourist zone where short-term rentals are allowed. Also, ensure that the property is easy to maintain and appealing to vacationers. Lastly, legal requirements. Always ensure that the property has the necessary licenses for construction, especially in rural areas or older properties that may not have the appropriate paperwork. Work with a local real estate agent and a lawyer who understands the legal landscape of property transactions in Portugal. For non-Portuguese citizens, including EU nationals, securing a mortgage in the Algarve is generally accessible, but there are some key considerations. For EU citizens, they have access to similar mortgage conditions as Portuguese nationals. Banks typically offer up to 70 to 80% financing for properties in Portugal, depending on the value and type of property. Mortgage terms are usually up to 30 years, and interest rates can be competitive. It's important to have a good credit history and stable income, especially if you're purchasing as a non-resident. For non-EU citizens, they can also secure mortgages in Portugal, though the terms may be more restrictive. Most banks will offer around 60 to 70% financing for properties in the Algarve. The process can be more complex and may require proof of stable income, a higher down payment, and additional documentation. It's crucial to engage a lawyer familiar with property laws for non-EU citizens to guide you through the process. Regarding interest rates and terms, interest rates in Portugal are currently lower than in many other European countries, with banks offering both fixed and variable rate mortgage options. As of 2024, rates tend to range between 1.5% and 3% for fixed-rate loans, depending on the bank and the loan term. Important considerations include additional costs. When buying a property in Portugal, be aware of the additional costs, which can include property taxes, notary fees, and registration costs. These costs can add an extra 6 to 10% to the overall purchase price. Also, keep in mind foreign exchange rates. If your mortgage is in euros, but your income is in another currency, remember the potential fluctuations in exchange rates when paying off your mortgage. In 2024, the Algarve real estate market remains strong with steady growth, driven by foreign investment, an increasing demand for vacation properties, and a rising interest in eco-friendly homes. As we move into 2025, we can expect continued price growth, especially in desirable coastal towns, along with a focus on sustainable green living. For buyers, whether EU citizens or non-EU citizens, securing a property in the Algarve remains an attractive prospect, but it's important to understand the local market dynamics, legal requirements, and financing options. As always, work with local professionals to ensure a smooth transaction and to get the most out of your Algarve investment.